If that's me, Hardee's.
Kenny, do the intro. Do the intro, Kenny. Kenny, do the intro.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
This is the first time we've ever derailed before we started. This train boarded from Ohio.
Or passed through Ohio.
Hey everyone, I am Tony, and for once, I'm not the guy pushing the buttons. I am also not the guy who did the singing, but the person sitting to my right is...
Ian. Person to my right is...
Kenny! And the person to my right is...
Taylor, and I actually get to push buttons today.
Lord have mercy on
That's
our
right.
souls.
We gave her a job.
Dun, dun, dun.
See, we are a fan of women's empowerment.
Yeah,
Wow.
as long as it's only 70%.
I hate you.
Now, I understand that doesn't look like dishes or food, but we can get through this together.
I realized that I wasn't holding the mic correctly. There we go. I'm pretty sure.
I got mine
Yep.
correct.
I think Yep. I got mine moved, and I don't have a marker.
If you're happy,
I'm
and
pretty
you
sure
know
that
it,
intro
clap
was a
your
little
hands.
quiet on my end. It was
Good
like
job,
it was turned
Taylor.
completely around.
Okay, so everyone, raise your hands and voting. Make sure that Taylor stays with the thing.
Taylor stays what?
Taylor stays with the buttons. Are we voting on this?
For
No.
no.
We're not
No.
voting?
No, he's just. I think he's voting no.
Oh, no?
Taylor
No.
doesn't do the buttons
Tony, what do you vote?
on a probationary period.
Taylor, what do you vote? Wait, why I'm asking you, women can't vote. That was the whole point of that vote, just to make that joke.
Because I can't say that on the air.
Literally, that whole thing was just so I could make that joke.
I hate you so much.
But
So-
you love him.
First you diss on my food,
so
and now
much.
you're dissing on me as a woman.
You're a what?
How did I diss on your food?
He asked if you wanted food, and you go, eh. I told you I'd make it this week instead of last week, and I got a okay, and this week I get a about food.
I ate like 3 hours ago. I'm not super hungry.
He ate his feelings 3 hours ago, let's be clear. He's probably in the shower, fully clothed, eating ice cream.
That actually sounds like a like a good afternoon. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I don't know why, but
I'd be really upset about that. Like, my clothes are getting wet. You know how I feel about my clothes getting wet.
I know your Nikes. They got dampened. They were gingerly spritzed. They ruined the whole afternoon.
I don't think I can walk into a shower fully clothed. I must be in some dark, dark places if I'm walking into a shower fully clothed.
I don't know why that sounds appealing to me, but it does. It's weird.
I'm washing my clothes and me at the same time.
While enjoying a frozen snack.
That will probably melt so fast. Unless you have cold water going in the shower. In which case, that would be painful. Super duper painful.
I mean, cold showers aren't that bad.
Oh, sad face, unhappy meal.
Sad face on Happy Meal.
Sad face, unhappy meal.
Oh.
With French cries and a depression toy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually much better.
That got...
Yeah, you had it so
darker.
close to you that it was blowing out the mic.
I had it so close to my
You
face, I
put
was
that in
doing
the
what?
wrong ear.
What?
You put that in the wrong ear.
It fits.
What?
Would you like the earbud for that ear?
No, this fits.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Capital idea. Do.
Also, with it here, I hear less everything on this side.
Do you, though? Do you, in fact, do
I mean,
the
with
do?
her little mousy voice, there's not much
You
to hear in
remember
the
I
Did
have
you
your
guys-
Xbox
are you
and
guys
your controller
tracking
and
the
your
Trump
headset,
indictment?
right?
You are just the wonderfulest person.
I'm
That's
a
what
little
I
bit,
thought.
but not very much.
Just amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
I've got your
gonna
fancy controller.
Explain it in
I've
really
got
simple
leverage.
terms, because who cares about names? They like to accuse
Tony's down again.
Trump of...
Literally everything. The man has been accused of just
well,
about
right
everything
now
on the
what it
planet.
is it's tax fraud.
Mm.
which at the time being is just a misdemeanor. Nobody in D.C. wanted to take up this court case.
Aren't they
Or
trying
at
to
least
get
not the FBI. And then, out of nowhere, comes this guy in shining white armor. Or so he says he is. Riding down to D.C. Capitol. And he's going to put the big bad dragon away.
Yeah,
In this metaphor, Trump is the dragon.
right.
Well, I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about. Especially when he says he has hidden evidence that he's not letting anyone see. That somehow elevates these misdemeanors into felonies. And instead of just one felony, since Trump did it apparently 36 times, according to him, that's 36 counts of felony charges.
Aren't they trying to get him locked up like 136 years?
I don't think it's going to work out at all.
No, I don't.
I
think
am-
it is either.
I am just dying to see what this hidden evidence is that he has that's going to elevate it from a misdemeanor to a felony.
I was talking with a buddy of mine, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that at this point, Trump is the sacrificial lamb. They're not really trying to like get anything that's like big. All they're really trying to do is get something pinned
Eat with
on
your
him,
hands, you caveman.
so that way he
No.
can't run for office again.
Well, it's not going to work. Can't move forward in the trial until they actually say something worth saying.
Just lift the bowl.
I
it's
mean,
not soup, dude.
meet the United States government.
I honestly
they
thought
do
you
a
were
lot
gonna
of
call
things
him
that
a
aren't
dog
worth
for a
saying.
second.
Well, here's another thing. If the Hillary trial
I
went
really
nowhere,
thought you were gonna make something
Trump's
about
trial
him
is
being
going
a
to
military
go
dog or something.
nowhere.
I don't
And
know
that's the
about
thing that really
because
irritates me
there's
about
kind of
this
a
whole
giant
thing.
double standard in Washington.
It's the thing that irritates me about this is that our elected officials we can't discipline them. There's no standard that we can hold them against. They're
I mean-
free reign. We can't say like, oh, hey, you did a bad thing, get them out of there. Nope. They'll just continue to do whatever they want.
There's supposed to be a way.
Well, guess what?
But most people are too scared
really
to
do
take
anything
it.
about it. Badoo. We really need to deal with all of the fraud that's happening in DC rather than standing on either side of this red-blue fence and pointing fingers at people and then following whatever flag is waved in our face.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, even though I am a conservative, I am an independent. I do not much care for either party.
Yeah, I view Democrats, Republicans the same way I view Coke and Pepsi. Same crap, different branding, different color.
I don't drink Coke or Pepsi because I hate the fact that it leaves a grit on my teeth. It makes me. It's
You're
disgusting.
drinking a Coke product.
A Coke product, yes, but it's not actual Coke. I don't drink actual Coke soda or Pepsi because it leaves a grit on my teeth. I cannot stand
You
it.
leave a grit on my teeth. Silence.
Why does she look like she's trying not to sneeze? It's okay. Let it
That's
out.
how she leaves grit on my teeth. I'll be smiling and she'll sneeze and then all of a sudden, it's on my teeth.
How hard is she sneezing to get grit, not just liquid, but grit in there?
Small horn, big noise.
Yeah, she does make a lot of noise for how small she is.
What's up with that professor look?
I promise we'll have our homework in on time.
Mhm.
You all have detention and I'm
Do
tired.
you need to see me after class? Mhm.
I have things I can throw at you.
I have things I could throw at you too,
Yeah, but that can be cleaned
like
up
the
later.
dinner I made. Taylor told me how to make it, and then I made it.
I did. I had him help make it today.
You did a pretty good job.
She was like, Tony never helps me do anything. Can you please help me do something? I am so tired.
Absolutely, I'm worthless. I'm not even going to argue this.
Booyah.
This guy didn't even finish his tater tot casserole.
I don't
I
even have a
literally
fork to
ate
eat my
4
tater tot
hours ago.
casserole.
I will go get you a fork, Kenny.
You better magically pull some Tabasco out of nowhere.
I ain't got Tabasco apparently, so.
What is wrong with you? Why do you not have Tabasco?
I got like a couple mini Tabasco bottles from an MRE, but like that's about it.
Yeah, one use. That
Well,
was loud.
I
That was a
don't-
loud crack.
I don't really use Tabasco.
If you just fell out of your chair after that, I would believe it too. Like, oh, there goes Tony.
Oh man, that felt good.
No.
That felt just amazing. Okay, so
I appreciate this pitchfork.
did we start on a topic already? Because I have not been paying attention.
Well,
Ian and I were talking about the Trump indictment, but I pretty much
Another
rounds
Trump
complete
indictment.
on that one.
Another one.
It's the same old song and dance. Nothing's gonna happen.
What are they trying to get him on this time? I really am genuinely.
They're trying to
curious.
Capone him.
Tax fraud.
I mean,
And then he's gonna say hello to my little friend, and he's gonna pull out his hands.
I saw a picture the other day, and it was from.
He would hate that joke. but
Yes, he would.
I had to.
That's good.
that was
That's
so
pretty
good.
Saw a picture the other day on that kind of thing, and it was like an AI art of Trump with some cops, and he's like running around the M4.
Oh,
And
I saw that
the
one,
The
yeah.
AI art was so good. It took me a minute to go, wait, is this fake?
That was
Because the cap was like, New York police have rebelled and are following Trump into combat. Trump is leading an assault on the New York town hall, and I was like, wait, what? It took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay.
there
no.
was one where he was running from the cops that said he's fleeing, right?
Mhm.
And I can't remember what news publication actually posted it, but they ran it like it was a real article that it was happening.
It was beautiful.
If Trump decided,
They were like, finally caught.
I genuinely think if Trump decided, screw this, I'm going to do it myself, he would have an alarming amount of support from the actual American people. Say what you will about him, he is a crowd pleaser. Yes.
What'd you say?
He's an idiot.
Accurate.
But he has one of the most loyal followings I've ever seen it from a politician.
Because he was honest. He was an honest idiot.
Agreed. So I think genuinely he's like, I'm going to do this myself. And he's like, hey, anyone who wants to help me get back in the White House, show up at XNX address. I think we'd have a concerning amount of people who would march on Washington, but instead of the rather peaceful, overblown demonstration in January,
Ooh.
we would have.
Ooh.
We would have
And demonetized forever.
we would have a little bit more of a interesting thing for the history books.
Are we about to alienate all of our viewers?
What? They released footage showing that everything that was said on the news is not what happened.
Here's the deal. Taylor, how's your day been?
I think you pissed off Shrek. It's been good. I didn't really do a whole lot today. I did laundry and did a couple dishes and watched Tony's Kid.
Yeah. He's getting surprisingly thin. He was a
Who?
chubby little dude.
Who's that?
Gavin.
Oh, yeah, that's his. It's part his meds, and then like part he's refusing to eat.
Why?
Mostly because he's like wanting to watch TV and tablet, and so we have a thing you can't eat dinner and watch the screens. You have to separate the two because we're trying to get him away from being addicted to screens.
I started waiting
That's a
till
bit
at
too
least
late.
5 before I give him the tablet now.
What'd you say?
I said I think it's a bit too late. I think it's already started.
It is, and it's what I'm trying to break it from happening. So I'm setting the times, regulations, things like that. So that way he kind of breaks off from that, and he's actually put on some weight since then because he got like you skinny.
Yeah, I noticed that he's been getting pretty skinny.
Yeah,
He used
so-
to be a chubby little dude.
Yeah.
No,
well,
he's-
and the chubby thing was because of the other meds that he was on. So we've taken him off of those. And then they tried him on something new, and it did not work out. And then like he just stopped eating and all that other stuff. So he went from bad in one direction to way bad in the other direction. It was overcorrection that I'm trying to correct the overcorrect. Now, all that being said, I am going to change the subject with no segue whatsoever. Ian.
Estrogen. Oh, I thought we were supposed to say the first thing that came to our heads when you said that word.
Super Mario Bros.
It's a pretty good movie.
Tell me
I
about
liked
it.
a lot.
Hold on. This is everyone's spoiler warning.
It is unironically the best movie I've seen all year. Like, I had so much fun watching this movie. I am 100% willing to pay full theater price to go see it again.
I haven't got to watch it yet, but I want to. Really bad.
I seriously, the best movie I've seen all year.
I got a lot of people on the internet that I see because I haven't seen the movie, but a lot of people on the internet are stating that that Jack Black was kind of like the Jim Carrey. Jack Black's Bowser was Jim Carrey as Eggman, where he kind of like saved the whole show.
No,
No,
the show was great. Every part of it fired. It's not just like the movie was crap, but Jack Black saved. No, Jack Black was just another amazing part of this whole ensemble. Chris Pratt as Mario, really good. Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, really good. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, surprisingly good. Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, really good. Charlie Day as Luigi, really
Keegan Mike.
good.
Yeah,
Canfield.
he
Key.
was in there.
Yeah, he's Toad.
He's Toad.
And he was really
What?
good.
I never would have pictured that
Have you seen
as
it, Kenny?
a casting.
I have seen it.
It was
Was it
really
good?
good.
Was it good?
It's like a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay,
Ooh.
you know what? Y'all judge things like they're
Hold
supposed
on.
to be the next Dances with Wolves or Titanic.
Hold
and
on,
I
hold
hate it.
on.
It's a
Are you
Mario
just,
movie.
Are you just determined to pick a fight tonight?
No, but I think it's genuinely a 6.5 out of 10.
All right.
For you, for me, it
Elaborate.
was a 10 out of 10. I love it.
Elaborate.
It also ranked really low on the tomato meter.
Okay, tomatoes is crap,
Wait, hold
and
on,
I
hold
take
on. Which tomato meter? Because there's two of them. They take the audience.
it has a
review and the
95%
critics
audience
review.
score.
Critics review.
Critics review is crap.
Critics
they
review
are
means nothing
paid
to me.
off actually.
I understand that, but
They
it's
literally
still
mean less than nothing to me.
I don't know what IGN's is, and I didn't hear what you said. What?
I said the critics tomato meter, just movie critics in general mean absolutely nothing to me.
That's fine. I still think it was a so-so movie. I think it was just a really long cutscene of a game, and there was so much in that movie that
Sorry, I like the way you described that.
a lot of the movie didn't matter. It was just like, oh, I'm here to watch things like in fashion, not because they have meaning. Is what it came down to.
It's a Mario movie.
I know.
It's a
and
video
That's why
game.
it's not a good story. It's just like, oh, this looks spectacular, but none of this really has a whole lot of meaning to it. Like, there's so many scenes in there where if we took it out, the story would be the same story. That's why I think it's just a glorified cutscene from a game.
And see, I like all those
Also,
little
it was
things.
nowhere near as good as John Wick 4.
I like
not
it
even
better than John
close.
Wick 4.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to agree with that statement.
I liked it better than John Wick 4.
I don't know who you are anymore.
I left the theater with more happy.
I was kidding about the estrogen joke, but now I'm scared.
I left the theater with more happy feelings post this than post John Wick 4.
You are an easy child to entertain. I could put you in a gondola, and you would be like laughing and clapping the whole time.
Or just God forbid I
Hey,
enjoy
thank
something that reminds me of
you
my
for the
childhood.
congratulations of the 12th episode. We got a guy in there who says congratulations on 12 episodes.
Thank you.
Awesome sauce. Keep rocking in the
You know,
comment section.
Arithmetics is his name.
It just every
Do
scene.
we know who this person is?
He's been on before.
Yeah, he's like almost every podcast that we've done, he's jumped in on. I think I know who this person is.
I have only manned the comment section in one podcast, so I don't recognize anybody.
But yeah, so it made me happy.
It made you happy.
And I really enjoyed it. There's not a single scene in there I went, I don't like this scene. This scene bores me. I spent 90% of the movie in hysterical laughter. From-
Hysterical laughter.
Yes.
No, I can't say that I have. What is it? scorching cheddar. I don't know. I don't like spicy dairy products.
It's not that spicy though.
No, I'm not afraid of the spices. I don't like it when they combine spice with dairy products.
It's not.
It's
that
counterintuitive. and
No,
it
no,
makes it-
he really loves spicy foods.
Wanna try one?
I haven't even like got 5 bites into my dinner, and I'm.
This is what you do, okay? You take that, okay? You crush
crunch
them
it up.
up, and then you mix it in.
That sounds horrid.
It sounds like I can't go back from it if if that's a bad idea.
All the cool kids are doing it.
All the cool kids are doing.
All the cool kids.
You know,
are doing
here's
it.
a
It's not addictive.
here's a take that I don't think anyone's gonna agree with me on. Not my roommate hates me for this. I did not enjoy Jack Black as Bowser.
I can't give my
I
opinion.
am ready
Okay,
to
absolutely.
feel all the red
100
lights on me right now. I can see-
100%. You are picking a fight now.
I did not enjoy Jack Black as Bowser.
You're entitled to your
He
opinion.
actually released that entire
The-
song.
the
He
only
made
thing
an
that
official
came
music
even
video
close-
of the Peaches.
I think it was Jack Black cosplaying as Bowser and not Bowser himself.
He did cosplay as Bowser when he went on the Kelly Clarkson show
This
after
is-
that movie.
The closest depiction of Bowser that I could even come close to saying that this is Bowser is the Wonton Bowser from Odyssey, where he was trying to marry Peach, but he did not sound, talk, or express himself like anything he did.
So
this
he Kung Fu
weird-
Panda'd it.
Bowser has led a lot of different interpretations of varying degrees of seriousness in his time as a character. I feel like they walked a line between funny and serious because there is moments where it's just like, oh wow, that's serious.
It may just be
Well,
me, but every Mario game that I played, Bowser hasn't talked. He always just roars.
Most of them don't.
But you usually have dialogue that you have to
and they
read.
they
That
make
you
noises.
Can read.
Yeah, but I mean that's only the video games. You still have the live action Mario Brothers that was out, plus the cartoons.
I did
We
never
don't
watch
we don't
those.
talk about the live action Mario things.
I never watched
Or
it.
the fact that the actor that played Luigi is boycotting the Super
didn't
Mario
know they
Bros.
made
movie
them.
because they didn't have any
You shout blasphemy, and I'm putting
Mexican
it on a shirt, and
representation
I'm
in the
gonna make
movie.
a screaming face of you.
If you can believe that or not.
Blasphemy, child.
I literally could not care less about
not even
that.
gonna draw
Blasphemy.
it. I'm just going to take a
I
picture
couldn't
of your
care less
face and
about
put it
that
on a shirt.
opinion, but whatever. To each their own on that one.
It's
Sure,
ju-
go ahead and boycott the movie that's literally broken every record for video game movies ever.
What movie?
The old live action Mario movie, the guy who played Luigi is boycotting Super Mario Bros. Because there was no Mexican actor representation in the movie.
Oh, really? I can't.
But here it is, breaking every video game movie record ever.
Because it is the best video game movie to ever be made.
He had such a
I
good
wish-
career.
here's
and
one
now
that I
he's
think you
gotta
guys will agree with
walk
me.
into the whole identity politics crap.
I wish, more than anything, that it wasn't a movie but a TV show instead. I feel like there was so much content that was to be explored. I wanted more, but the ramshackle, fast-paced, I'm going to call it nonsense that we
There's
got.
a lot of movies
I
coming
wish
out
they
that
would
are
have
a
spaced
lot
it
like
out.
that.
I wish they would have turned it into a TV show, minimum 12 episodes.
You want to know why? You know why they set it up that way. Now this is a plan that Hollywood has had for quite a while, and it kicked off. You won't believe this, but it kicked off like way back when I was a kid with Shaquille O'Neal playing as Steel. Hollywood wants a cinematic universe. They don't want standalone movies anymore. They want hour-and-a-half long episodes. So that's why every movie that you see now that comes out, it always seems like I want more. There has got to be more. This wasn't flushed out. This wasn't good. It's not cut and dry. Always leaves you wanting more. That's because they want to hook you in, and they want you to get you so hooked on it that it's the completionist mentality that hits you.
Yeah,
So
but if
that
you're
way
trying to cram
always
so much
going.
content into an hour-and-a-half episode and I can't, like, attach to anything, except for maybe one core concept, you're wasting a lot of the content that you could have spaced out
They want to
and
make
give emphasis on in 12 episodes.
right. They want to make. That's what I'm saying though. They want to make more. So you didn't watch. You didn't watch a movie. What you watched was the pilot episode.
No. I watched a movie where characters had arcs, characters learned things, and characters were not the same as they started.
Speaking of character arcs, this has nothing to do with what you're going to say, but I just want to throw it in there. I think Zuko had the best character arc in the universe, period. Not Atla. I mean, universe.
No. He's good. He's great. He's not the best.
We're about ready to see another fight.
What is the best?
Honestly, I would have to take a minute and think about that.
You're going to say he's not the best
Because
but then
I
you don't
know-
have one that is the best.
Here's my argument in Ian's defense for that.
Okay.
I don't need to describe to you what gold is without. I don't need to be able to describe to you what gold is in order to tell you that that's a turd on the table. Okay, I can clearly identify that. Yeah, there's a big steaming pile of turds on the table, and not have to describe to you what it could be.
Not
theoretically
saying
or not.
that Zuko is a turd, because he's not. He's a great character with a great character arc. He just does not have the best character arc of all time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying is that if you're
I'll
going
need to take a bit
claim,
and think about it.
if you're going to claim something, then you got to have something to back it up with that one, and that is in comparison of it.
Because I mean, here's one that I've sent you a video. I've sent you this video 1,000 times, but you never watch it, no matter how many times I tell you to. Indiana Jones's character arc over his movies. It's a 20-minute video called "Rating Indiana Jones' Lost Character Arc." It's made by Channel Awesome, a nostalgia critic. And while I don't like some of his stuff, he does this really good thing where he describes Indiana Jones as not as simple as we take it for, and he actually is a very deep character arc that takes three full movies to flesh out. And the way he describes it is you need to watch everything in one sitting, but the way you need to watch it is you need to watch the beginning of The Last Crusade until he gets to Adult Indy, pause it, then go watch Temple of Doom, Raiders, and then finish The Last Crusade. And you'll see Indy starts out as a very idealistic kid who's, it belongs in a museum, very pure, but after he loses...
Hola, Zach.
God,
I'm sorry. It's part of my job is pushing buttons as I get to say things.
you're
and
pushing my
interrupt
button.
That,
I was on a roll, come on!
you.
Anyways,
you've
for
had.
the love of everything holy, Tony, shut your face hole.
I'm not even the one who said it
Zach
this
says
time.
Jola.
And I said hola.
Let me finish!
He's the one who said it. I didn't even say anything.
I was speaking and your voice came across and cut me off.
Oh,
That was him.
No, it was you two.
He's the one who shouted,
Ours-
guys. I
hey.
said nothing.
one of our viewers is commenting. They take priority.
Mm.
They say Jola.
Jola. Anyways, can I finish? Because this
Jola.
is actually a really good thing.
All right, yes, go ahead,
Why
finish.
am I
Finish.
stopping, Dad?
I
What
said
are we
finish.
stopping?
Nope, we got another comment.
I'm sorry.
when he's about to talk. That says
Hey,
stop.
PJ.
Zach
Don't let
says to
him
not
finish.
let you finish
He
because you
doesn't
don't deserve it.
it.
That was from the commenter.
And that-
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Ta-
no.
If you want to go hunt somebody down, it's Zach, and I know where he lives.
He doesn't live in this town.
That doesn't matter. I know where Zach lives either way.
How ambitious are you?
Hi, Dad.
I'm not that mad yet.
My dad be in the comments. He finally fixed his YouTube so he could actually comment because they wouldn't let him comment earlier.
He made an account and then subscribed.
I don't know if he subscribed, but
You better subscribe.
Zach says that's messed up.
What's messed up?
I don't know. I think it's what we were
All right,
about giving
okay.
Ian his address.
You finish.
Am I allowed to?
I don't know.
Do it quick
Are you?
before somebody else.
Hurry
does.
up.
Let's go.
So, anyways, Child Indy loses the Cross of Coronado to the Fedora Man, and he learns his first lesson: playing fair is for chumps. You flash forward to him in Temple of Doom. He is openly bartering with a woman's life and holding her at knife point for a cure in money. And you just look at him, and it's, this is a guy who took that lesson to heart. He's not a hero in Temple of Doom. Everything that happens to him in Temple of Doom is because he either falls butt first into it, or he's literally doing it because other than that, if he won't, he'll die. There is no, by the end, the only thing Indy does with any sort of, genuine heroism in Temple of Doom is returning the children. And, and another thing, he never gets to keep any of his artifacts. with the exception of one. He gets to return the Cross of Coronado, the one that actually started him down this path. But that's jumping ahead a little bit on this. Let me go back to Temple of Doom. You look at everything he does. He's a jerk to everyone in the movie, the exception of Short Round. Short Round reminds him of himself as a child. And while he is now a jaded cynic who thinks, doing the right thing is for suckers because he's only out for himself, he still recognizes the innocence of children. Now we jump forward to Raiders of the Lost Ark. He isn't going initially for the Ark. If you actually look at how much...
Wasn't Raiders before Temple of Doom?
Release date, yes. Story-wise, no.
Really?
Yes.
So Temple of Doom is a prequel?
Temple of Doom is a prequel, yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that either.
Well,
Taylor, look it up.
I feel a little...
I get it.
I'm telling you this for a fact.
I was
You can
gonna
look it
say,
up if
he-
you want, but I'm telling you this for a fact.
Out of anyone here, he would know.
Indiana Jones is my favorite fictional character of all time.
It was like his
my
dad.
dad says you were wrong about it being a prequel.
I'm not...
Okay, now Tony has to look it up.
All right, I'll look it up. Don't think I won't. This is what I do. It is my thing.
I'm going to
Yeah,
carry
we
on
switched
like I'm
jobs
right
for
because
that.
I know I am. So we look at Indian Raiders. He's not really a good guy yet, but he's much less of a jerk than he was in Temple of Doom. And I'm trying to condense this whole video down because this is a 20-minute video that has a lot of different topics that kind of weave into this. So I'm really trying to streamline this thing. But he goes on this quest for two reasons: to reclaim the Ark that is going to be stolen, and to help Marion. And Marion is the real driving force behind this. He's not there because the United States government wants him to be there. He's there for the opportunity to reconnect with Marion. So he meets up with her, but he's still not the greatest guy yet. He leaves her to die on leaves her in the clutches of the Nazis.
Ian is in fact correct. The synopsis is for Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1936. Archaeologists and adventurer Indiana Jones, hired by the U.S. government to find the Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis can obtain it. 1 second, hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Go away. Technical difficulties. And then, what was it? Temple of Doom, right?
Yep.
The synopsis for Temple of Doom is in 1935, 1 year prior to the events of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones is tasked by Indian villagers with reclaiming the rock stolen from them by the secret cult beneath the catacombs.
Zach says Indy and the Crystal Skull was the best one, and the twist at the end was 10 out of 10.
Listen,
masterpieces.
Zach.
I'm not taking
listen.
that bait.
Don't make me block you.
I'm not taking that bait.
There is not enough wall in the world to block that man.
You are really accurate
Dad
on
said
multiple
that's like
levels.
putting Fast 5 before Tokyo Drift.
I mean, I did just read.
Considering the fact that
the storyline
Tokyo Drift
for ya.
does take place later in the timeline than the third movie.
It does. It goes back and shows. I will agree with that.
It's prequels. It's like watching.
I never knew that
episodes-
Temple of Doom came first.
Yeah.
They don't allude to that at all.
They
you must
came.
actually like those. Do
well-
you want to take that one home? I have another one.
Nope, I'm just gonna eat them and then put them away when I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's because Indiana Jones is not meant to. I mean, even though the way I'm talking about it, yes, it is an overarching story with a
Zach
character
says
arc.
he's gonna Kool-Aid man your wall.
He's gonna what?
He's gonna Kool-Aid man Tony's wall.
Oh yeah!
Indiana Jones is meant to be an anthology, kind of like those old adventure serials from Spielberg's childhood. It's not really meant to be watched like the Star Wars movies or like the MCU, where there's like a cohesive storyline. At the end of the day, Indiana Jones series is just about following a man on his adventures, and the adventures don't really relate to each other. It's the only true through line is the man himself.
They should have brought Short Round back.
Yes. Yes, they should have.
I mean, I think of the films. He really
But you
doesn't-
can't retroactively put him in a movie that's already been published.
Dad just says it's a movie. I'm pretty sure that's the way the tone of the voice is supposed to go. It's a movie.
You're in the wrong podcast if it's just a movie.
Well, this is what we do, PJ.
I don't think he fits in really anywhere in the series. I think he had his time in Crystal Skull, not Crystal Skull, Temple of Doom. I don't really think
The one
he-
guy
I-
says not sees, and Dad says yes.
I think that if they were going to pass the torch, that shouldn't be to Phoebe Waller.
This shouldn't be a torch that should be passed. It should be a torch that should be extinguished after a long life of doing what it does best.
Nonsense. It was picked up by Shia LaBeouf.
No, it wasn't.
I have no idea what you're
They
talking
actually
about.
make it very clear in that
Crystal
movie.
Skull, his son is Shia LaBeouf.
Crystal Skull never existed.
And Harrison Ford snatches that hat out of his hands before that thing touches his head.
He thinks- he
he
doesn't,
outright
like,
said,
snatch it,
"No,
he
you
just,
don't."
Smoothly takes it.
He snatches.
I was talking about Short Round's torch, but I'll go for Indiana Jones's torch too. Why not?
Short Round is a good character, but unlike Sala or Marion, which, you know what, I actually like that they brought Marion back in Crystal Skull. It felt like a very logical through line.
You guys keep talking about this Crystal Skull thing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Either way, see,
You haven't actually watched that one? I'm asking a serious question.
It doesn't exist, Taylor.
it's a Mandela effect.
Oh, I see.
But no, Sala.
It is a Mandela effect.
Just keep talking over him.
Sala.
Like universal health care.
I will.
Don't make me separate you two. Because honestly, I don't think I could.
I'd be squished like a bug. I'm not even gonna try.
I don't think I'm even fat enough to separate these two. They got those lengthy arms that just go around everything. I bet you could bear hug one of the red trees in the forest.
Who are you? We're so
We're
good with the
talking
ways
about
of
how big
words.
he is, yet he's drinking from
The
a
red
little
trees in
tiny
the
can.
forest. Down yonder, California way.
Zach says, "Don't think you could or wouldn't because it would be funny to watch."
The joke's over now, but if he kept talking, I was going to say affordable housing. Hey, prices are going down, which is...
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Not for gas. It went up 50 cents.
Affordable housing.
Oh.
How did you get gas
Housing.
out of that?
You just said prices.
No, he
Prices
said
are going down
housing.
for affordable housing.
Right,
now.
but all I heard was, hey, prices are going down. And
Don't-
so I was like, nope, they're not. I just paid over $4 for...
But make sure you pay in the positive. Don't let it zero out. Otherwise, you're going to have really high mortgage prices. Your percent value on take back. Make sure that you buy. So here's my piece of advice for you when it comes to housing.
Hold on. Wait, stop. Stop for a second. We are not financial professional advisors. We are not giving you professional financial information. Take with this information what you will.
Zach says you need your hearing checked, Tony.
It is
Shut up, Zach.
better for you to pay high price and low mortgage percentage than to pay high percentage and low housing price. And that is where I'll leave that. Ian?
So tell me more about Short Round.
Yeah, I was really enjoying this character arc about Short Round and how he idolized Shia LaBeouf. And how this ultimately culminated into your favorite movie ever, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Which Tony, obviously and assuredly, he told us over and over again that he wants to see.
5 stars.
He is so animated. He is about to fall out of his chair. He is vibrating with excitement.
My dad says depending on your income to your housing comment.
Depending on income for what?
I think that was towards your housing spiel.
interest, that. That's what he was talking about by percentage rates. He was talking about the interest. Yet again, we are not financial advisors.
Yeah, don't take our advice. when it
Don't
comes
take
to
our financial advice. We will not be held liable for any poor decisions you make.
Like we could be. Like that would stand up in court. Yeah, I was listening to this podcast and they were saying, Hey, you should.
There have been people who have been sued and lost.
Well, that's dumb. But
Because
also, bring it on. It's not my first rodeo.
That's the whole reason why I threw out the disclaimer, dude. I'm trying to cover our butts. So, short round. Hooks up with Phoebe Waller, right?
Produces Shia LaBeouf.
And they hire Shia LaBeouf to go on the adventure.
That's who Indiana Jones is trying to save in that castle in the Last Crusade.
Yeah,
Zach
the Last
says,
Crusade.
Can I say the same
He
thing
busts
about
out
my
Shia
choices at
LaBeouf.
And he's got to get the Crystal Grail.
The Crystal Grail in the Temple of Doom.
He's turning redder and redder. You guys might want to stop.
Only to find out
Do
that the
not
Crystal Grail
activate
is being defended by the
Iron
Guardian
Shrek,
alien.
please.
Who turns out to be
Sean Connery.
right.
Zach says, "Can I say the same?"
I think my
thing?
favorite actor in that movie was the ants. The CGI ants.
Zach says, "Can I say the same thing about the choices I make at work?"
Oh
And
my
when he
God,
said, How
guys.
red can he go?
Guys, Ian actually has color in his face.
Apparently, that answer, Zach, is very red.
I'm so good at describing this movie. To be fair, we did the same thing about Doctor Who.
I was gonna say you guys do the same thing to us about Doctor Who, so
Only difference is I'm smart enough to not engage, so I'm just sitting here letting them get other stuff.
Oh, well, how much time do I have left before?
No, don't do that. He
I
will
got
use up
an
the
hour
whole
and 20
podcast.
minutes to keep going. Speak now or forever hold your
CGI
peace.
ants are better than the CGI dog poo in John Wick.
I don't know. The ants were scary, and they were a good plot device. But I've never seen an audience at a Indiana Jones movie be like, "Woo, ants!" But at that John Wick movie, people were cheering when that dog peed on that dude.
They really were. They were cheering and clapping. They were so freaking happy.
We might say that the CGI in the Indiana Jones movie was better, which really I'm not entirely sure about. I have to see it again. But no one cheered for the ants. Nobody was in the audience like,
I never watched that movie that never existed in theaters.
he's vibrating with excitement. I think he's just disappointed that we're giving spoilers. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Why are you smiling so big, dude? I've never seen Ian smile so much.
Raiders of the Lost Grail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Raiders of the Lost Grail.
Yeah.
Where Indiana Jones had to call him awesome people. That's what he did to that guy that had the sword, right? Like, the guy with the sword comes out and he's doing all these tricks, and then he just reaches down and Kali Maz, and then from across the opening just pulls his heart out.
As he shouts, "Get over here!"
But it was just the heart that came over.
Everyone on the podcast is missing your beautiful responses.
I'm still waiting for the short round.
Oh, here she is.
Taylor, everyone.
Screw you.
Literally could not have done better. That was actually perfect.
Screw you. Dad says LOL and oh my god. LOL again. That's not funny, Dad.
It is. It's hilarious.
It is quite funny.
So your favorite character arc, the best one you think, is Indiana Jones.
I did not say that.
Well,
I
we
said-
went off on a huge tangent for something that didn't answer the question I asked then.
Yeah.
I said Indiana Jones is my favorite fictional character. I was talking about Indiana Jones' character arc as an example of a good character arc.
What is the
As-
best character arc?
I don't really know. I think objectively speaking, there isn't one because every character arc has its flaws, has its ups and downs. I mean, one
They're
that
not created equal.
one that sticks out to me a lot is Steve Rogers in the MCU. I think he has a very good character arc because you look at him.
You call me Shorty, and I'm gonna start calling you Pigeon Legs.
I mean, both are
I'll shut up,
accurate.
Shorty.
Cause you're freaking the
Can you?
Jolly Green
All right.
Giant.
So, I'm going to invoke the wrath. Okay, knowingly. Explain to me Captain America's character arc.
Oh.
Okay. It's kind of a several pronged because it's not just one direction. For a lot of his arc, I wouldn't argue that he's moving forward as much as moving sideways. And part of his arc is the fact that he does not move on certain things. Winter Soldier is a perfect example. Steve really doesn't have an arc in Winter Soldier. Steve's arc is that he stays true to who he is. That he doesn't bend the knee when everyone else seems to. That he instead provides inspiration for people like Natasha, Agent 24, Agent 23, the Sharon Carter,
Yeah.
and other people like her to stand up against Hydra. His arc is not that he goes on some giant this journey of self-discovery, but his arc is that he maintains that he's a good man, that he is an honorable, strong person of good moral character. He is the oak upon which the wind blows but does not bow. And that's one of the things I like that's about Steve is that his arc a lot of the times is that he's already in the right place, but it's him staying true to what he knows to be right even when it's difficult.
So his arc is not an arc at all.
Not. I said it was multi-pronged. I'm not finished.
Okay.
One big thing of his arc is his relationship with authority. If you look at him in the first Avenger, he is very gung-ho soldier pro-authority. Look at him in Infinity War. He shows up, and the first thing he does is look at the United States Secretary of State and says, "We're here to fight, and if you get in our way, we'll fight you too." In Civil War, he is actively breaking laws to help Bucky. In Winter Soldier, it is kind of brought to his attention that he can no longer blindly follow authority like he did in First Avenger. Because the authority that is not the authority that was. And Winter Soldier is really the beginning of Cap's arc of questioning and then further on defying authority.
The beginning of the Nomad.
Agreed. Although, I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a grasping at straw, but it's a cool thing to say. But no, I think Steve's three biggest arcs are his slow growing distrust and refusal of authority. And another one is depression for Steve. Steve went in the ice with a group of dudes under his command, his barbershop quartet that he fought with and liked. He had a girl who was waiting for him. He had a country that was thankful and loved him. He came out of the ice. His men are gone. His war he was there to fight is done. All the military authority that, he knew. Tommy Lee Jones' general, I forget his general's name, but anyways, gone. His woman is gone. She may be alive, but she's not who she is. There's no relationship future for them when he comes out of the ice. And you look at the more and more he regresses in the movies. Civil War is an amazing showing of this. He refuses to move on. He has accepted there's nothing for him here that's like what he lost. And so when Bucky becomes a thing again, he is willing to sacrifice everything. His standing as Captain America, any law that needs to be broken, relationships with people like Tony or Vision or Nat. He sacrifices all of it for the one thing that was there for him before he went to the ice, Bucky, because it's the one thing he has left. He refuses to move on, and his refusal to move on actually ends up, for the most part, destroying the Avengers. His refusal to adhere to the modern way that people like Tony want things done, and to give up on Bucky and put Bucky away, it ends up leading to the Avengers tearing apart. So his arc is an arc of depression and a refusal to move on. And when it comes time for Infinity War and Endgame, and when Bruce calls him on that phone that Steve gives Tony at the end of Civil War, he shows up immediately. Because in the time he's spent as Nomad, he's grown. He's learned that maybe, having new people, Sam and Nat, and to a certain extent Wanda, under his command, as kind of like guerrilla fighters, he's gained a new group of soldiers. He's gained a new purpose beyond, what he felt was the ultimate purpose, World War II. The most truest, clear-cut good versus evil he had ever seen. In Avengers, even in the first Avengers movie in 2012, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s developing Hydra weapons. No, there's nothing for him now but lies and questionable villains. Yes, Loki is a bad guy. But, when Steve discovers that Fury is using the Tesseract to make weapons, he starts to question, these good guys that seem so good when I came out of the ice, are they really even that good? And then Winter Soldier and Civil War compound on that, of him going, is there really any clear-cut good side for me to be on besides my own? So when Endgame and Infinity War happen, especially Endgame, he is more than willing to,
Way to go, Tony.
do everything it takes to win,
There's an order to things, and you disrupted that flow.
because he finally has another good versus evil match to fight. Thanos provides him that which he has been lacking, a clear-cut distinction between good and evil. So his arc,
Are you comfortable in my chair?
like I said, his arc is multi-pronged. Part of it is that he was,
Oh my god.
he knows what he's doing.
Might lose Tony.
His arc is that he knows the right thing to do, and he refuses to budge.
Tony to sleep,
I'm
man.
still listening to you.
If his eyes close, I'm gonna kick him.
He's
already No, they're not. They're still open. So yeah, that's basically it. He has several.
That's what it was like at work today, wasn't it? Yeah, about everyone passed out at work today in the recliners.
I actually didn't fall asleep at work. No, I actually like
Your
yours.
eyes were closed.
No, that was down. I was looking at my phone.
Nonsense. Your phone was nowhere.
No,
near. Your
listen.
legs were crossed and you were back like this.
No, I'm telling you right now, I was not asleep at work today because when I went home to change my shirt, I sat down on my bed
My
and
dad
just
says his head
blacked
hurts from
out.
this. You're making his head hurt.
I liked your assessment on Captain America. Actually, the unwillingness to budge on certain things and ultimately led to his downfall. And then when you get to Endgame, he's hold on, and then in Endgame he's like, y'all gotta let go and move on,
Because
it's
he
the
is
one
he now,
thing.
after losing everyone and realizing what his inability to let go caused.
Yeah, it's
He now-
regret. That's what he's suffering from,
Hindsight
is
is
regret.
2020, and
If he
failure is
would've
the best
just-
teacher.
If he thinks that if he just would have played ball, then they would have been able to defeat Thanos. That being said, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't
Thanos would no, because if he would have played ball, then they would have all been registered under the Superheroes Act, right? The Sokovia Accords, which means that they wouldn't have been able to make a move without the government's approval in the first place. That was the whole reason why he didn't want to do that.
Okay, but I don't think the government would have stopped them from interfering on Thanos. I think.
Yeah, but it takes the government forever to pull any trigger.
Agreed.
So,
you're really
like a month
thinking
into
that
the conflict,
Thunderbolt
and then they would
Ross?
finally be like, all right, we got it up to the White House. We're just waiting for the signature. People are dying in the meantime.
I mean, I feel like they would have broken the rules, but
He already the Sokovia Accords was already in effect, and the what is it called, the Black Order, his children,
yeah, the Black Order.
yeah, they had already attacked New York, and they still didn't do anything.
Well, then you look at Sokovia, one of the Accords' most stringent.
This is actually really comfortable.
Um,
When we get an office, we're totally getting recliners for the podcast room.
yes,
I'm afraid I would actually fall asleep.
I wouldn't let you.
This is so nice. Like,
Look
my
at one of
back is just so comfy. I'm sorry, man. Hey, in my defense, I was talking first that time. Go on. Go on. I'm giving you your chance. Take it.
I'm trying to. Anyways, you look at one of the Accords' most almost like spearheading the cause, Tony. He doesn't even stop to ask for permission to Infinity War. He immediately goes to town for it. He doesn't once give a call to Ross saying, "Hey, this wizard showed up and said we're going to be attacked." No, he immediately goes for it.
Yeah, but Tony has always been kind of like spitting in the face of authority. The only reason why he backed the Sokovia Accords is because someone tugged at his heartstrings.
I know. My point.
Zach says everybody would be out in 20 minutes, and Dad says who cares?
Who cares about what?
I believe this topic.
Oh,
This is what
fine.
I'm saying.
Come up with the conclusion. We'll change the subject. Let's appease PJ.
I'm not drunk
I don't
enough to
know.
appease PJ.
You're never drunk. I have never once. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen you with a beer in your hand.
Fair enough.
I was surprised when Tony came to pick up Gavin, and he was all excited that you swore. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did. He came in all excited. Kenny swore today. Like, actually swore.
Like Kenny used a cuss word. My kids have never
Oh.
heard you say that anything like that before.
Work has been getting really irritating lately.
All right, we're not doing this. I'm drawing that line right now. We are changing that subject.
Zach says you gotta cast Steven Seagal in either the MCU or the DCU. Where are you putting him?
Didn't you say Amanda Waller?
I did.
Earlier?
I did. He asked me that. He asked me that at work.
How the heck would
And
that
I said,
even work?
I want to see Steven Seagal play Amanda Waller. Ian, Steven Seagal plays Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Dad, because I know you watch Steven Seagal. Where would you put him?
You know how funny it'd be? Okay, so from John Wick 4,
Between
in the
the
garbage
sheets.
can.
the fat suit that Scott Adkins was wearing in John Wick 4, put that on Steven Seagal. Or give him
You wouldn't need to put a fat suit on him.
No, he's not that morbidly obese. He's a big dude, but he's not like Scott Adkins in that fat suit. And then make him Kingpin.
I was gonna say make him.
He
the
obviously
Blob.
couldn't do the action scenes because he sucks and Aikido is a myth. But I think he's got the demeanor
you
of
mean
Kingpin when he's
one?
in his business casual.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
If we put Steven Seagal in a fat suit, he could be business casual Kingpin. He already uses a lot of stunt doubles for random things like walking upstairs and stuff, so I find that hilarious that he uses a
Zach
stunt double
said
for
he would
things
make
like
a
that.
great Iron Fist.
Zach needs to shut his iron mouth. Listen here, Tin Man. Don't start.
No, Dad, we're not asking if he would win. We're asking who would you cast him as in either the MCU
Like
or
what
the
movie you would
DCU.
put him in.
What movie?
Oh, there's no way I would think that Steven Seagal would be
The Iron Fist.
or Kingpin.
Yeah. Steven Seagal would die again. I mean, first off, they're fictional characters. And so, sky's the limit on their power.
Sky's the limit. Take from that what you will.
I mean, we're talking about actual superheroes.
Booster Gold would beat Steven Seagal to death with his bare hands.
Booster, yeah, you're right. I love Booster
Bartok
Gold's whole
the
thing. You
Leaper
know what he is,
would
right?
destroy.
You know who Booster Gold is? So Booster Gold is a DC comic book character, came in from the future, but what his real career is, so he's like, I'm a hero from the future, and he wants to be famous, and he has all this futuristic technology. He's a janitor where he's from. He's a janitor in a museum, and he stole the suit and
Oh.
went back in time.
It is a busted suit.
Oh,
It is an absolutely absurd busted suit. The only suit that I think is better than his suit is Doctor Doom's.
Dad would cast him as the Hulk.
Steven Seagal as the
What?
what?
He's not Bruce
What?
Banner.
I'm sorry. Did you mean the bulk? Because how fat he is.
The bulk.
Yeah, Dad said he would cast Steven Seagal as
The
the Hulk.
sworn enemy of common sense and human
The
decency.
Incredible Bulk. You won't like me when I'm angry.
You know, I like
Proceeds
Steven
to
Seagal
do,
growing up, but then when I find out who it really was, it really detracted from his movies.
That would be his transformation. You're making me angry.
You ever heard his
You won't
soul
like
music?
me when I'm angry.
Yeah, but half of that would be like mumbles, and you can't quite depict what he's actually saying without subtitles.
You guys ever heard him try to do soul music?
You won't like me when I'm.
What's that?
Have you ever heard Steven Seagal try to do soul music?
Oh my.
What?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my God! No way! Really?
Him and Samuel L. Jackson got into like blues and whatnot.
Yeah,
gonna-
Oh. I would actually pay money to see a movie starring Steven Seagal, but he can only speak in soul music. Yeah, hopefully.
He mumbled all his lines already, anyways. Just when he became a director of his own movies, he really went downhill.
I would
He
like
was never
just-
uphill.
I would
Yeah,
like
he was when
to,
he wasn't directing his own movies. He had some decent movies.
Dad said Wilt.
I would
Boys?
like to
What was
see.
the name of the movie where he fought Arlie Ernie?
That
Arlie
would be a
Ermy?
question for Dad. I don't remember what.
Do you think? Do you
movie it
mean
is.
Tommy Lee Jones?
No. He
Dad
fought
says
Arlie.
Wilt the voice. What do you mean Wilt the voice? Are you trying to say with the voice?
It's I don't remember. He's like a special forces trainer, and Arlie Ernie. Ernie, my bad. I got that messed up. He's like a bodyguard to some top dude that he's infiltrating for. And yeah, he fights him. It's a very, very, very short fight where he basically just takes the shotgun out of Ermie's hands and kills him with it.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't a bad movie though.
My brain refuses to believe
Dad,
this
do
exists.
you know which movie he's talking about? 'Cause
I would
you
use my
watch more
phone, but there's a
Steven
phone on top of my
Seagal than
He's like
Which movie is
he's
it?
He's either retired or like near retirement of someone that trains other special force units.
Then he fights who?
Arlie Ermey.
One of his earlier works.
I think Dad's
Oh,
sitting
it's
there
definitely one of his
thinking
earlier
about it,
works because
yeah.
he did not direct that movie himself. What?
I think Dad's sitting here thinking about it. He's probably sitting there in the rocking chair going, "Which movie is that?" If not, he's gotten up to go look in the movie cabinet to see if he has it.
Google's everyone's friend.
No, Dad says no. I don't know. What do you mean no? I'm confused.
No, it didn't happen. I refuse to accept this.
Apparently.
What was the name of that movie? There was a really cool scene in it where he's at a bar and they're picking on this Native American, and he goes up to the drunk guys. He's like, "Hey, you want to play a game?" And it's basically where the hand under over, where if I can hit the top of your hand with mine being under it, I could slap you. And so he lets them go first, and they of course can't touch his hand. He's too fast. So he's like, "All right, my turn." And then he hits them and he slaps them. But like as he's doing it, he's progressively like closing his fist more and more until he just knocks the guy out. It's decent. He had some decent movies when he wasn't directing. But then when he started coming out with his own movies, which I don't know if
What
you've
was
seen
the
like the
other guy's
trend
name?
on TikTok lately, but there's a dude that makes really funny videos about just picking apart
Yeah.
his stuff that he directs himself,
what
and
was
he's
the
the
other guy?
Arlie
executive
Ermey.
producer. Arlie Ermey. Trash. I have to admit, utter trash. And I like the fact that he makes fun of like when you thought it couldn't get any dumber, he does something like this.
Yeah.
Or like when he's talking about Black Dawn and how it's the Seagal movie that watches other Seagal movies. It's really funny.
Deadly Ground.
On Deadly Ground.
Yeah.
I admit you have to watch it. It's pretty. And if you've ever seen a skinny Steven Seagal,
He did direct that one.
Have you ever seen the
Steven
way
Seagal
Steven
directed
Seagal
that one?
runs?
Yeah, February 18th, 1990. Oh, I guess no one's can hear me. Yeah, he directed that one, On Deadly Ground, February 18th, 1994. Steven Seagal directed that one. Forrest Taff, it was his character's name, is put in his considerable talents as a fighter and a marksman used as a hired gun for the sleazy oil tycoon Michael Jennings, who is played by Michael Caine.
I didn't know he directed that movie.
Yep, On Deadly
Okay,
Ground.
so he actually does have a good movie under his belt that he directed.
Yeah,
I'm
one of his
shocked we
early
live in
ones.
a world where Michael Caine and Arlie Ermy were in a movie with Steven Seagal.
And it was good.
Dude, I have a theory about that. You guys want to hear it?
Also, he was skinny in that movie.
Yeah, because it was his early stuff.
Mhm.
That's why. Here's my theory about this, okay? Is that when they fired up the particle accelerator, it actually combined two universes. And that's why we have that movie. Because that's the only way that that would really happen.
I don't know.
I honestly thought you were about to fart into the mic. I wasn't sure what you were doing.
Really?
Let's do it. Look at you. It's like, why are you doing this? Oh, she's vaping. Okay.
Zach says Dogwater needs a Steven Seagal character.
Somebody that's super serious and takes
Ian,
himself very
Ian,
serious.
get on it.
Do you want to be a Seagal
Ian, get on
character?
it. Grow your hair out, buddy.
You have to be
Get the
very
black
serious.
spray
and
paint.
you
We're
have to
spray
take
painting his
yourself
hair.
very serious.
We
But
can
nobody else
we can-
takes you
we can
serious.
get the temporary hair dye, and I can get a wig for you.
No. I've been mentally thinking about Dogwater. I put my character along the same, like, his mannerisms and his just demeanor is like, you know that meme of Ben Affleck where he's got the cigarette and he's just, that is my character, because like I'm the only one with any sort of common sense.
I thought
Your
we were
character,
going to make Tony the straight man.
No, I'm the dad.
I thought we were going to make you the straight man. Is
don't
Ian
know.
the straight man?
I don't think I have
I don't.
a role in that movie.
Every comedy needs a straight man, otherwise the jokes just get out of line.
I'll be the straight man, but you're the guy who dies every time. I figured Tony was just kind of like the bumbling idiot. And
I mean,
then you got
I-
me, who's
I
just
can
so
play that
tired
pretty
of
well.
managing this. I'm just my guy who's just so.
No,
sick of it.
that's right. He was supposed to be like the gun ho professional one. I was supposed to be playing like the dad because I forget. There's supposed to be an episode where I forget the tactical bag and I actually bring the diaper bag instead.
Yeah, I remember.
We
you
made a
guys
whole
talked
bit about
this.
doing medical, like sucking chest wounds, but you're stuffing baby powder in it.
Zach says Tony was going.
That's
to
not how
be
you treat a
straight
sucking
man.
chest wound.
No, but like
But he got-
using a diaper as a gauze pad
Yeah.
as a compress.
You need an inclusive dressing for sucking chest wounds.
Okay, all right, settle down. This is a show, Mr.
Zach-
Medic Man.
This is
Zach
called dog
said-
water. We're supposed to suck at this.
Zach said.
Also, they wrap around. They have
Tony was
That's
going.
not at all what you need to do.
they bind.
Tony was going to be the straight man, but it got changed to the dad who keeps pulling out dumb stuff.
So
Hey.
I'm going to be the red coat from Star Trek.
the red shirt, yeah.
Yeah, he's every episode you're coming in as a different person.
But I'm always going to be named Kenny.
Well, no.
We're gonna do the Carmine thing where you're from the same family of guys, but it's a different person each time.
No, I don't know about that
We
one.
can't do that because he'd have to be like a different body. You're the same person, but you have a different name every time. So like you die, right? But obviously it's still you. You're coming in as a new character,
Well,
same actor, new character.
The thing
every
we're
time.
gonna also do is we're gonna put a balaclava on your face, so we're never actually gonna show your face. You're just gonna die in every episode.
Well, if
and
that's
then
the
another
case, then just
unnamed
keep him
person
as
in a-
Kenny.
No, but then another unnamed person in a balaclava will show up to place. I was like, wait, didn't you die last week? I don't know what you're talking about. My name's Todd. The guy who died was Dave.
Dov.
But you
Gonna
make
put little beauty marks in
It's
different
the
places.
exact. It's going to be the exact opposite as to what sitcoms do, where they recast a
I wanna
character
make you
with
have
a different
an
actor.
even bigger nose than you already have in one of these characters that you have.
just give him a shark fin for a face. Yeah, no,
Make
we're
him
just gonna put a
look like
balaclava
that
on you
at
every
Mama
episode.
Beetlejuice.
I'm gonna look. Oh, that's dark.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something like
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. That threw me.
But no, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Every episode, we're gonna keep you in a balaclava. We're gonna just change your first name. We're never gonna say your last name, and you're gonna die.
I'll
It's
default
gonna
with-
make me look like a goblin.
So something.
Goblin!
Taylor.
Goblins!
This was throwing me off because like
I'm wearing a mask too.
I can see into your neighbor's house from here.
Yeah, no. And all we're
Oh
gonna
my-
see is just this.
I can see where that's throwing you off because all you see is a light and my neighbor washing his dishes.
Right,
Oh.
but also like from my purview, I'm looking at like the reflection of everything that's behind me, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm seeing this at your neighbor doing his dishes. I look over because I'm like, wait, but I closed the bathroom door, and then there it is. The bathroom door is closed. I'm like, what's? Wait. I'm like, it threw
We're
me
creeping
off
on my
so
neighbor.
bad. I was trying to.
I wonder if you stare at him, how long it'll take him to notice if he feels stared at.
It's been 5 minutes. He
Well, I
hasn't
got
noticed me.
50 minutes left, so we're gonna find out maybe.
We really should like put some pencil to paper and actually draw out like a dog water pilot episode.
Yes.
You know how easy it'd be for us to produce this? This would be so easy to produce.
We gotta. We might have to enlist some help.
We might need to enlist a couple extras to shoot at, but
Well, cameramen as well.
Mhm.
That being said, I am totally down.
what I love is I quite literally have the kit, both real and fake, to do this.
I am 100%
I also
down for
have
this.
an actual genuine uniform.
I don't.
No, we're not
I-
wearing real.
I have a
camo.
minivan.
We're not wearing real camo.
I have a minivan.
I have a minivan.
I
that
have a
we can show
minivan.
up in.
Oh, and because your minivan is red, we're gonna do that.
Because
thing
I'm
that your-
tactical.
we're
I
gonna
mean, you can wear the
do
pants,
the
but you're not
prank
wearing
with your
the
van
shirt's.
instead
Got to
of
be
mine.
like a flannel or like a
Because
hoodie or
mine's-
something.
My
Like
car is white, so you ain't gonna be able to see them.
It's
So
a flannel,
we're gonna
but
tag
like
your van.
the sleeves are cut off,
I'll
like
be nice
they're the
enough
cable
and
guy.
we'll-
Yes.
I won't tag the Yukon.
Yes,
because
and,
your children
But
drive
I have
the
a
Yukon.
body armor
I'm
over
gonna
top
tag
of
do
it.
you remember that little black
Don't you
vest I
dare.
have?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do
You're
it.
wearing that.
Don't
Oh, you think so?
dare.
I'm going to do
Well,
it.
if I'm in charge of props and
You
armament
covered
stuff,
my
then
car
I'm giving
in
you
sticky
guys
notes and
guns and you're
saran
gonna
wrap.
use them.
I am tagging your car.
There's a conversation happening, and we have no idea what's going on.
Mhm.
I have the video still. You
I-
had Kira's help, too.
Okay, so everything you said may be true, but in my defense, you left your car there.
I was on a trip. I came back
listen,
at like 9
that's-
o'clock at night to come
that's-
and find my car saran wrapped
Sounds like a whole lot of not my problem.
and sticky noted. I was still finding sticky notes.
Also,
a week
you
later.
put every cone that we had on the premises on
we
top
still
of my
arguing
car.
about this?
There's a difference between putting cones on your car, which is easy to remove, and me having to unsaran.
It is
wrap
not
my
easy
car.
for someone as fat and short as me to get those cones off the hood.
I'm shorter
Well,
than
it's
you.
your fault.
Yes,
for
but
being
you
fat.
could climb on top of the car and get the cones off. If I stepped 1 foot, I'd pop the tires.
I'm surprised you were able to saran wrap the car without dying.
He had Tira's help.
I did.
He got
I-
Tira's permission. To
I
take
did.
the
I was
saran wrap.
resurrected. There was necromancy involved. Oh. The
I did.
prank is
I
so
went
diabolical
away-
that he
I think
died.
It was, I think it was the week.
It was
or-
worth it.
I think it was the week that I was like one of the first or second weeks that I was in Sherman County, and I
I
came
died,
back.
went to hell. Satan sent me back up here. Said, "Dude, we got to make more room. Hold on."
I like your work. I'm a big fan. I did not enjoy working in Sherman County.
I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed my route. My route was one big circle.
Did they make you go down from Wasco down into Rufus, then Rufus to... Yeah, I had that same route when I was there.
See, I loved that.
I
I did not like being in the motel, though.
I
I
didn't.
like staying in Three Rivers.
I didn't
Not-
like.
not an ad, by the way.
I didn't like going down there. I didn't have the same route that you guys had. I had the Taz route. It was really short.
Yeah, I'd say
Nerd.
Taz was pretty short.
It was pretty much just in town. So I had that route, but I didn't like it because unlike you there, I didn't get a break in between the routes. I had to work the entire time.
Yeah, I
I did.
trained when I was there.
I had to do trainings. I had to do tests. I had to do evals. I had to fix
I got
every
permission to
file
take-
that they
I got
had.
permission to take the bus, and I left the Suburban there and parked the bus down by the hotel and just started there.
I did
These
not
your
get permission
3D
to do
printers
that.
I got
work?
permission to do that.
Yes.
I had to go
We're gonna need
I
to
was
print out some
driving back
knives.
and
From
forth, and they gave me
Biggs
permission
all
to
the
do
way
way
up
that.
to the
into Wasco.
magazines.
Every morning.
And
I had a 9-mile
a
drive.
couple other things that I'm thinking about
Yeah,
for this
no,
series. That way we
they,
just have like knife props.
Because
or
I can't
some
remember
grenades.
who was there. It was
Did
the
you
guy
have the
with
big
short
flat
hair.
nose bus?
We can do this.
That's what I had too.
This is doable.
Throw
Yeah,
your
no, I did.
nondescript
I parked it
19
right there
on
next to
the thing and
hotel
print
'cause
out
I
some
was
nondescript
staying there
19s for us.
at Three Rivers,
That way we
and I would just
have
drive to Rufus.
because
and
I
just,
have
you
good
know, do the
rifles, but I really
circle,
don't have
do
good
my, sit where I
handguns
was,
for this series.
and then
because
go all the way around.
I think I can actually
I
print
did
off
not do
replicas.
that. I would drive
That's
up
what I was saying,
to...
just
I
print off.
Oh yeah, because I got the
Halloween down
scanner
there.
now.
I was like, just
The
print
day
off 3
before
replicas
Halloween,
of the
I did
nondescript
my,
19 because that's a pretty
sci-fi
common one
makeup
that we could
to
buy
me
cheap
and-
holsters for. That way we could each have
Oh, what
a
was that
holstered
guy's
pistol,
name?
as well as like I'm actually
The guy
like
that- you
now I'm
remember the-
workshopping this in my head, and I'm like,
remember
okay,
the
so we
text-
need
I can't remember
knives
his
and
name.
pistols. I can provide.
But
Also, probably gonna have you
I had made his arm
print off some
all cut up
Stanag
like I did
magazines
yours,
so we could use for the
Oh.
rifles
and
because I
he
don't
drove
have
the
enough
bus
magazines
with
to
that
fill up
on,
every vest.
and I'd split my nose open.
I'm also pretty sure I'm gonna give your character a shotgun, so
and
I'm
then the
probably
next
gonna print off
Halloween,
a
I
bunch of
dressed up as one
shotgun
of the
shells
Sanderson sisters
for
That's
your
amazing.
thing.
and drove the
I'll
bus.
help buy
I
the
chose the
filament
wrong
stuff for
sister
this.
though.
Uh-huh.
Instead
But-
of being Sarah, I
Yeah,
chose
filament would
being
be pretty
Queen
cheap
Mary.
actually.
Okay.
So that's a possibility.
Because you know,
I,
I got many a thing.
I had to
we
do
use 'cause,
training,
like I said,
and I had to
I think
do
I'm gonna
one
give
evaluation
Kenny
when I was down there.
one of my.
But I did have a lot of free time at the same time, and there was I took a small bus because how I got there is I took a company vehicle. I took a short bus to get there, and so that was basically my vehicle to go wherever I
Yeah.
wanted. And I hopped the river over to the Washington side, went to the Maryhill Museum.
I want to go to there again. The last time I went there, it was my freshman year of high school. I would love to go see the Maryhill Museum again.
It was nice. I did. I spent.
When I went, they were doing glass blowing while I was there.
They usually got some sort of really cool stint going on there.
But yeah, no, I would go. I'd go do my route and drop everybody off. Good night, Zach.
Good night, nerd.
Good night.
Good night.
No, I would go and I'd do my route, and then I would go back to the hotel, and waste away my time, and then go back to the school. I'd be there usually for first or second one there. I think one other guy was usually there before I was. My first day there, though, I wanted to punch who is it? I think it was the superintendent, because they made the mistake of giving him a radio.
And you kept talking over the radio.
It was the first day I'd ever done the route, and I was running like 5 minutes behind. And he was like, "Where are you? Why aren't you here?" I was like, "Oh, I'm loading kids." And I was at like my last stop. I did. I wanted to go into the office and rip that radio out of there.
Need to find a nut and bolt, but I have something for rear shotgun that you're gonna like.
They're having this conversation. They're not using the mic, so nobody can hear their conversation.
You two have been talking, so
Yeah, you got two different conversations going at once.
You gave him the
Makes it hard.
shotgun? What if I wanted a shotgun?
you're using the M16.
That sucks.
It's an 8-3. You're fine.
And when you're yaking. I would totally pwn you from anywhere on the battlefield, but I still think a shotgun looks cool.
I mean,
I could definitely exist outside of your maximum effective deadly range and
I know.
drop you constantly.
I know what we'll do. I have a small shotgun, and so I'm already thinking of how I'm gonna rig up your vest when I get home. I might actually just give you like a little like master key breaching shotgun that you can put on your back. That way, if we ever need anything up close or anything, we can do a door breaching.
Nonsense. Just give me an underbarrel master key.
I don't have the ability to make that at the moment.
Oh,
I don't.
sad
because-
face, unhappy meal.
I don't have anything. Okay, I have one thing with a quad rail, but we're not using that. And the M16 has the old like A2.
Yeah, the
Um,
grenade launcher.
No, it just has like the flat ribbed with the holes on top and bottom.
Oh yeah, okay,
Because
yeah.
the
rail
M16 I
system.
have is A3. It's got a rail on top of the receiver, but it doesn't have a fore end with any sort of rail on it. So I'm gonna give you an optic, and I'm gonna use some Gorilla Tape. And I'm gonna tape a flashlight to it. That way you have something.
We should do things that look retarded, like put the forearm grip on the side. Wouldn't that look dumb?
The forearm grip.
You get an M16.
Oh, the
and put the forearm grip on the
The
side.
carry handle. It doesn't have a carry handle. Unfortunately, it has.
Well, I'll just get one. I do have one. I have one that splits into a bipod.
Oh, you're talking about I thought you were talking about like the carry handle sight that you mount on top of the receiver. No.
No. The actual foregrip, an additional handle that you can put on the rail system.
Well, they
But
do.
if you put it on the side, it just looks dumb.
It does look dumb.
And I think it'd be really funny. This is dog water. Have a forearm grip on the side.
I was gonna say, I think that's the point. Is that
You know, it'd be even dumber if you put it on the side that you're not even holding. Like if I put it away from me.
That would cause me physical pain.
And then when I fire, I do this.
No wonder you die every
So
episode.
like do an underhand grip on the other side of the rifle for the.
I like your
foregrip.
energy, but you'll be the first to die.
It hurts me to think.
And
about.
that would even help with recoil. That would draw it into your shoulder more.
That I don't. I know that we're trying.
My deflection would be so off. I'm pulling really hard right for some reason.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh my goodness.
But no, me and Tony were
I
talking.
wonder what he's having.
We were talking about stuff, and we're gonna use his machine. We're gonna print out some knives, so each of us have a knife because I don't have any fake knives. And you know, it's cool to have knives. We're gonna print out some grenades. I have a grenade that we can model it off of. Gonna print out. Each of us are gonna get a standard issued sidearm. That way, we have something to pull if we really want to do something cool and use pistols.
I want a revolver.
I have that, but I'm actually gonna have him print out Glock 19s.
I want a revolver.
Fake Glock 19s.
Fake Glock 19s, yes.
There we go.
I actually have
That
an idea
sentence
of what we
taken
can-
out of
I
context.
want to roll up on someone straight out of Black Ops like I got a python.
I actually have the perfect idea. Do you remember that leather shoulder holster I have?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to have you. It's gonna kind of be a two-piecer because you're gonna wear that black vest, and then you're gonna wear that shoulder holster that's under it. So you're gonna have the vest with the really big revolver. Because that really big revolver I have,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna give you that as your main sidearm, and you're gonna have the M16 with this really big revolver. And one of the jokes is you're gonna have a hard time pulling it out every time. You're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I got it. And you only carry
What
6
movie
shots.
is that from where the guy has something like that, but the barrel is just stupidly long?
That's Batman Returns.
The Joker.
Yeah, Jack
If it's a
Nicholson.
38 special,
I
that he
thought there
shoots
was a
down the
movie
jet
that
with.
was like very serious, and someone had something like that.
Might have been Dirty Harry. He's got a 44 mag. That's
No, he's
No,
got
I'm talking
his
like it
barrel's
was
very
comically
sensible.
long. Like it seemed comically long barrel to this like revolver kind of thing, but it was a serious movie, and I don't remember what movie it was. It was either like
Was it a Western?
I don't remember if it was a western. It was I
Do you-
don't know.
When did it come out? Like about what time?
I was young. Early 2000s.
Okay. Do you remember any actors?
I don't. I'm not even sure if I'm remembering this right.
Bro, I am. You can ask Tony. I am the cinema gun guy.
He's like a savant when
I
it
don't
comes to
remember.
this stuff.
You got to give me something to work with here, homie.
I don't know what it was, what movie it was. I swear it was probably a western. The guy pulls out and is like, "That's not right. There's no way that guy genuinely has something like that." And I just can't for the life of me remember what movie this is.
Yeah, the only
Is
thing.
it Young Guns?
It was probably Dances with Wolves.
No, because Dances with Wolves, they only have.
I think there was a guy
Yeah.
in Dances with Wolves that had a revolver.
Taylor would definitely know. That's her movie.
And the dude just had a. I think that might have been the movie.
No, I don't think.
If not, it
that-
was something stupid like old Wild Wild West or something like that.
Wild Wild West is definitely one that they could.
That was not. No, that's not in there.
I think it was like one of the
I've seen Wild Wild West.
one of the army
like
men
a lot. Like I watched it in
had a
theaters.
revolver, but like it had a stupid long barrel, and he like pulls it out like a rifle holster.
Okay, give me a second, because there is a revolver rifle. That is a thing that was actually pretty common for certain places, especially like cavalry. They did actually have a rifle that was just a 6-shot revolver, but it was in a rifle platform.
I swear, the opening scene to. Oh, you know what? It was probably in Zorro.
I can see that.
Zorro, the opening scene to Zorro when the two boys are trying to get away, their older friend dies.
Mhm.
The guy pulls out that comically long barrel for that revolver. Isn't that in Zorro? That's what it is.
I don't know.
The wannabe Chad guy with the long yellow hair, the long blonde hair that's trying to be like his freaking adversary, his rival throughout the whole movie. He pulled isn't it him?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I'm looking right now.
Look up Zorro in the comically long.
No, I have a resource for this. Make conversation.
It make things do things that get viewers.
Make things, do things. God Lord. I've had this tickle in my chest all day long. So, things. It's supposed to be talking about things. You put me on the spot, Ian. Now I don't know what to talk about.
Way to go. And his brother gives his life to save him. The old man dies.
Yep.
He does have that really long.
Remington 1858 Cattleman's Carbine. Yep. Kenny?
Yeah, it's that picture right there.
Yeah.
I don't recall him having the buttstock on it though.
It was hidden because of the really thick cavalry glove. Like, if you
Oh,
look at the way he's
okay.
holding it in the picture.
It just looks like a really long
No, yeah, it's,
revolver.
it was made for, like, cavalry.
Can I see it? Can I see the picture?
They even show you a picture of the dude from Zorro using it.
So, interesting thing. I actually had the opportunity to buy one of these
They're pretty cool.
when I was
I don't like the way they look.
That's what you
aesthetically,
made
but
me
they're
think
cool.
of. Okay, getting back on topic. That's what you made me think of with like the comically long. Can you imagine that being in like an under?
That would be
undergirdle
retarded to try
Just
and...
having this butt
The
stock
only way you're carrying
sticking
that
out
is
a
either
foot from my chest.
the only way you're carrying that is on your back or at your hip.
Yeah, drawing it like a sword from a chest holster.
That would be ridiculous. Carrying that.
One arming it too.
Well, they're actually chambered in a fairly mild cartridge, and with how big they are, you could one-hand it recoil-wise. I mean, it would be kind of a butt to aim because of how it is, so you'd be kind of...
I would have to like gangster lean it
You'd probably do...
to counterbalance.
You'd probably rotate it like 15 degrees like this, and you'd do really well. This would work, weaken your wrist, but if you can't it just a little bit, you would do probably really well.
Well, I'm saying that just because I can use the buttstock to counter the weight at the end of the barrel.
Yeah, because like recoil, like especially what it's chambered in, a recoil of something that long and heavy, it's gonna be a very mild recoil. So you could one-hand it recoil-wise, but just hitting anything beyond like point shooting distance is really gonna be a difficult challenge one-handing something like that.
Man, Zorro was such a good movie. You want to talk about character arc? Antonio Banderas, his character in Zorro, he's like an almost completely different guy by the end of that movie.
Mhm. Also, can we just talk about how you described one thing and I immediately knew not only what you were talking about, but then I hunted it down and found it for you. Like I said, movie
I
guns.
was about to find it myself. I was going to pull up YouTube though and watch the clip. But by the time I was describing it, I was like, I know where it is. It's in Zorro. I mean, I leap to a lot of different movies.
Well, like I said, you describe comical long revolver barrels. My first thought goes to the Batman because Joker's like 4 foot long barrel for his 38 special.
It was because I don't remember where exactly I started off at, but then I moved from there to Wild Wild West, and then to Dances with Wolves, and then I got to Zorro. I don't remember what I was thinking of before. Wild Wild West.
So yeah, dog water.
Dog water.
So yeah,
It's gonna happen.
I think I know how I'm gonna make your kit for dog water.
My kit for dog water.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta
Because-
trademark this idea or publish something.
Because
Someone's gonna listen to the podcast and they're gonna make their own dog water videos, and it's dang it.
Dude, it happens to me every time. I'll talk about something, and then like 2-3 weeks later, a couple months down the road, what I talked about becomes a reality for somebody else.
Dang it. Just like how we were talking about owning a hobby shop here in town.
Yeah, and then Hometown Toys rolls in.
Dang it. Those guys apparently started in Umatilla. They had
Oh.
a business over there, and then they moved and bought this building, and they're expanding their business into Pendleton.
Nice.
So this is not their first venture. This is not their first foray. They already had a thriving business in Umatilla. What is this? You found a treasure trove of something? That makes me think more of White Claw, but I get it. With like the nowadays business going on with advertisements. That's pretty funny. I do enjoy that, yes. Well, then what's your kit going to be like?
Guns.
If I'm going to have a revolver that's comically long,
He's gonna have a lot of guns.
and then a Master Key shotgun, which is going to be an itty bitty little thing, but all it needs to do is blow hinges.
It's gonna be a Remington 8. It's gonna be a Remington 87. You're gonna strap on your back. That way you can pull it if we need it, but otherwise it'll just be there. And then you're gonna have an M16A3 as your primary. I'm thinking of giving.
There, I moved.
I'm gonna give Tony the pump action Mossberg 500 I have, and I
Who
think
needs a SPOS?
don't have a SPOS.
12.
I don't have one.
An AA-12?
I don't have one.
You know how baller that'd be if you had an AA-12?
Do you know how expensive those things are?
You know how expensive it is to fire it?
I mean, depending on what shells you're firing. No, but like I'm talking like replica models we can actually give him for filming. Those things are like stupid expensive, man. If you want to foot the bill for one, we'll get him one.
Give me a price.
All right, you want a SPAS 12 or an AA 12?
I'll let Tony decide. It's his character.
What's that?
You want a Franke SPAS 12 or an AA 12?
What's the difference?
One is
A
a
lot.
magazine-fed full automatic shotgun. The other, do you remember Jurassic Park?
Yes.
The shotgun from Jurassic Park is the SPAS 12. The first one with the Muldoon, the dude in the short shorts with the.
Let's do the spas so that way I can throw out a clever girl.
Well, the stock does fold, so it would make sense. So he could just throw it in his diaper bag and then just, all right, guys,
Yeah.
pulls out a SPAS
So-
The
12.
AA-12 is huge.
So, I wanted to tell you guys this real quick.
It's schmexy,
I got in
though.
trouble
It is. Oh my goodness.
Why did you get in trouble?
because
Dun dun dun.
Tony knows this, but my parents started talking again, so I forgot to send the the stream to my mom, but I sent it to my dad.
Hi, Lauren.
So apparently somebody tattled, and I got a "Where's my invite?" So
Tell what? The stream?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got in trouble.
Well, you see, if you subscribed to our channel, then you would get an invite.
Subscribed, hit like,
every
and
week.
hit that notification bell.
That notification bell.
You'll be told when these things happen.
Hey, I think we're also going to start adding in a poll every week. Just one poll every week that our viewers can vote on.
This wasn't here when I last looked.
I think that would be cool.
Although, stuff, you know, it's
Kind of like when we did the poll of, can your hair hurt?
I don't even know what our poll would be about right now.
Well, we're not doing it right now. I don't think we have enough time.
We still have. Little
We
over
got
half an hour.
28 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 28 minutes. Yeah, that's not enough time to do it. Okay, I'll go ahead and do a poll. Do a poll out there. Steven Seagal as the Iron Fist, yes or no?
Do you know how to do that?
I take it back. Not as the Iron Fist. Steven Seagal as Tony Stark.
I don't need to see Tony Stark doing Aikido nonsense.
So I'm looking and they either have them with like the standard long tube, long barrel, but there's no stock, or it's a really short barrel tube, but it has stock. Which would you rather?
No stock.
Steven Seagal as Captain America.
Look at this. And that's your price.
That's not bad. I honestly thought you were about to like
Well, that's for the SPAS, for the AA-12. I'm doing AA-12, so I can see what I'm talking about.
man, they put an orange tip on it. I understand why they do that. It's kind of like
I can
claws
fix
and
that.
whatnot,
I can fix that.
But
Steven Seagal as Captain
now
America.
you said this is a replica that's
I got
realistic.
it. It's on there.
Yeah, it'll be realistic size and everything. That's a replica of a AA-12.
That is so much more expensive.
So
Do you understand why I was reacting the way I was reacting when you said
Why is the
AA-12?
replica of the AA-12 like over 5 times more expensive?
More parts.
It is made
Yes.
of 7 different metals.
So because it's been a couple episodes, shall we see if Tony can redeem himself as the Doctor Whovian of the group?
I have not seen any
And neither have I.
of
So
them.
All right, Taylor's calling you out,
Ah.
chump.
I want to see
I
if
had
I
no-
still exist as the Whovian.
I had no prep time.
Neither did I. I just kind of came up
Just
with that
pull
off
it
the
out of
fly.
nowhere, man.
I'll send you a link for the basketball so you can.
Yo. Okay.
Hey,
Doctor Who
You're just afraid you're gonna lose again.
quiz.
don't attack me with the truth.
If you're gonna get it, do you want to send to my place or yours?
I'll have it sent to my place. That way, if something's wrong with it, I can send it back and get my money back.
Evac is pretty good about not sending crap.
Also, he's got like people there all the time, so it won't be left on the porch.
Sent you.
Cool, thank you.
Let me get my timer up because we're doing 30 seconds of question, or is it 15 seconds of question?
30 seconds a question.
30 seconds of question.
I tried so hard, it got so far.
But in the meantime, before we get into this spasmo, we can't just use my Mossberg 500 that I have. The pop action shotgun.
Do. No, okay, agreed. Let's find a good quiz.
Excuse me.
There's no excuse for you.
To stop doing that. My phone's having an aneurysm, apparently.
Same.
You look like you've had an aneurysm.
Sarah's really comfortable. This blanket does not help. No! He's trying to steal my blankie, Taylor.
Don't rip that blanket. It was my grandpa's, and I will murder you. Because my Aunt Sue made that.
I'm not ripping anything.
Do you want a pair, Tony?
Okay.
Okay, I looked over that one and I did not
Okay,
like
that
it, so I'm
blanket
finding a
is
new one.
extremely heavy.
Dude, getting hit with that blanket was like getting smacked with a book.
Please don't break my lamp. Paisley already broke
It's
the jar
fine.
that had the rocks in it. I
It's
don't need a
fine.
broken lamp with no
It's
rocks
fine. It's fine.
I can't answer that question.
Womp. I
Ian.
want you to know I took a minute and folded it up so it would be thicker.
I saw that.
Should we get Tony a pair?
No.
But
No, we
there's so
shouldn't.
much we could do with that, though. We could probably come up with a skip for that.
Not one that's family friendly.
We'll make it on Tony's account.
Okay, that one doesn't come with answers, so that doesn't help me.
No.
Kimmy.
I don't think I appreciate what. No. That's not right. Why would he agree to that?
It's a squeaky toy.
Tony, you got some weird fetishes.
The xylophone player does not approve.
And it's not boxers, they're a pair of pajama shorts.
I can do a lot of things with that, by the way.
I can't finish.
Are we doing this quiz?
I'm trying to
He's-
find
I
a
think
quiz
he's
that will
looking
actually
for
give
it.
me
There's a-
answers
there's
so
a
I
lot
can
of
just look
dead
back and
space.
forth instead of. I bit my tongue. instead of submitting my own answers and figuring it out afterwards. All right, let's see if this one works.
It doesn't.
Shut your face, Tony.
Hannah.
You guys do an interactive one where none of us know what it is. and
That
really
that's
care.
more like a find out what doctor you are kind of quiz, not the freaking.
Trivia.
See if I can find one.
I'm totally tenant. No, I'm not.
I
I'm
say I
not
don't
tenant.
think
Help me,
it qualifies.
BuzzFeed. Give me something.
BuzzFeed. That's how low you've gotten. You've enlisted the help of BuzzFeed.
We dare not say their name here.
Except for we said it 4 times already.
I haven't. I never will.
Did you know that BuzzFeed laid off half their
Here, I
employees,
found one.
Good.
and they've
How do we know you're,
enlisted
not cheating though?
All right. Well,
they've
It's only
enlisted
6
the help
questions
of
No, there should be more.
they've enlisted the
supposed to
help
be
of
like
AI to write their articles.
well, first of all, this one's all blurred out.
If you tap it, it should unlock. Should show it.
All right, I'm going to start with Tony, and I'm going to make my way over to Taylor. Ian keeps track of the score.
Roger
Tony, what is the name of the prison that River Song is serving in? You look so enthusiastic.
I don't know, actually.
Final answer?
Yeah, the final answer. I don't know. I can't even venture a guess on that one.
I'm gonna ask Taylor now.
Taylor, to steal. What is the name of the prison that River Song is serving in?
Stormgate.
Stormgate.
Yeah.
Arithmatics says, "Sorry, Tony. I think I'm the only one that voted on the polls," and he voted no.
No, for what was that again?
Steven Seagal is Captain America.
No. Ew.
Wow. Who came up with that?
Tony.
That's gross.
You are a
Taylor, your question. Which of these is the name of an enemy of the Doctor? And it doesn't give me a list.
The Master.
Say there's a lot.
Yeah, there really is.
It's not revealing the answers to me. Why is Am I Gay test like your ad?
because Taylor's questioning things.
If you want to try to find another one, you can.
I can't.
I mean, on this basis right now, she won. Stormgate. God.
All I did was look up Doctor Who trivia questions.
Why don't we do that for next week?
No, we've already
Who
started.
has conditioned Tony? Who has conditioned River Song to kill the Doctor? Is it the murmur, the quiet, the noise, or the silence?
The silence.
I was going to hit you.
That
You got
is
wrong,
correct.
honestly.
Next question. For Taylor. Near what monument is Pandorica stored? Is it Stonehenge, Windsor Castle, Big Ben, Avebury?
Stonehenge.
You are correct. For Tony, in which U.S. state was the Doctor killed in a lake? Is it Ohio, California, Utah, or Michigan?
Utah.
That is correct.
I almost said Nevada.
That wasn't even an answer.
I almost interrupted you with Nevada.
For Taylor, what were the citizens of London asking for when a plague was released? Freedom, help, mummy, daddy.
Mummy.
I was really hoping you'd get that one wrong. Because I wanted to say that.
That is correct. Tony, which of these is the name of the enemy of the Doctor? Mr. Accept, Mr. Maiden, Mr. Saxon, Mr. Dio.
Think about it.
I actually know this one. I even know this one.
Do you?
Yes. Because it was on a previous list.
What are the names again? I don't remember.
Mr. Accept, Mr. Maiden, Mr. Saxon, Mr. Dio.
Mr. Saxon?
It is Mr. Saxon.
You're
For-
getting close.
For Taylor, what is the name of the prison that River Song
that one is
is...
Stormgate.
Stormgate! Stormgate for the steal! Stormgate!
I'm not counting that for you.
Ah!
Okay, who had a bigger store?
They're tied.
Oh,
To the
we're gonna
next
find
one.
Another one.
To the next one.
There can be only one.
Okay,
I was sitting here doing this when you couldn't figure it out when you got really quiet.
this one has 9 questions.
All right, score.
As of this moment, the score
Now I'm
is 3 to
stuck
3.
it. Oh my god.
I'm going to start with Taylor now. Taylor, which Doctor Who actor has uniquely also appeared in Star Trek and Star Wars? Is it Deep Roy, Johnny Depp, David Kelly, or Freddie Highmore? Deep Roy, Johnny Depp, David Kelly, Freddie Highmore.
I need faces. I'm not a name person.
Sucks to suck.
I will pass that one to Tony because I honestly don't know.
Tony
about
DeSteel.
faces.
I'm gonna go with David Kelly. That name pops out to me for some reason.
No, it
It's
is
Freddie
Deep
Highmore.
Roy.
Ah,
Oh, at least neither one of us got the points, though.
To Tony, how many consecutive life sentences is River Song serving? Is it 125, 12,000, 2, or 37?
I want to say 125. I got it wrong, didn't I?
Wrong. Taylor DeSteel,
That's 12,000. Shit.
125, 12,000, 2, or 37?
I'm gonna go with 37 because I honestly don't remember.
It is 12,000.
Oh, is it 12,000? I should have taken your answer.
We're at tied still, game.
I don't know why 125 stuck out
Taylor.
to me, but it did.
What is the name given to the infinite nothingness between dimensions where even time does not exist? Is it called the end, the nothing, the void, or the emptiness?
The void.
That is correct. To Tony, the first foreign location shoot for the show was in which European city? Was it Paris, Berlin, Madrid, or Rome?
Rome.
Taylor DeSteel.
Oh, that was gonna be my guess.
Was it Paris, Berlin, Madrid, or Rome?
What was the question, just so I make sure?
The first foreign location shoot for the show was in which European city? Paris, Berlin, Madrid, or Rome?
I would like to go for.
It is Paris.
Oh, yeah. I was totally guessing on that one.
To Taylor, how does the Doctor save Rose from being killed by harboring the time vortex? Does he kiss her, hug her, punch her,
I so
or
wanted
slap
to
her?
interrupt. I so wanted to interrupt you to answer that one. As he kissed her.
Correct. To Tony, which actor refused to film the death of his incarnation? Was it Tom Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Peter Davison, or Colin Baker?
What was the second one again? Sylvester what?
Sylvester McCoy. Tom Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Peter Davison, Colin Baker.
What was the question again? Just so I.
Peter McCoy?
Peter Davison is the third.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah,
Pass to Taylor.
You're saying Peter Davison is your answer?
I think that's it.
Wrong. Taylor
Oh,
DeSteel.
no.
Which actor refused to film the death of his incarnation? Tom Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Peter Davison, Colin Baker.
If she gets this wrong, can I have another shot?
No.
No.
What was the other Baker name? Not Colin.
Tom Baker, Colin Baker is the two Bakers.
Colin Baker.
It is in fact Colin Baker.
Ah!
No. You know what I hate about this? Is she's gonna have this title and she's guessed at half of these.
No, I've guessed at 2 of them actually. I've only guessed at 2.
To Taylor, which comedian stars in 2 episodes as Craig Owens? Is it James Corden, Matthew Horn, Jack Whitehall, or Rob Brydon?
Ooh. Which actor plays? I don't know.
To Tony for the steal.
What's the character's name again?
Which comedian stars in
James
2
Corden.
episodes? James Corden? That is correct. To Tony, what is the name of the artificial life form with Rory's memories? Is it winter, summer, spring, or autumn? Winter, summer, spring, or autumn? There is a theme here that I'm picking up on.
Wait, hold on. What was the question?
I will.
Is the AI that has Rory's memories.
The AI that has.
What is the name of the artificial life form with Rory's memories? You have 5 seconds left.
I guess Winter.
Taylor to steal. What is the name of the artificial life form with Rory's memories? Is it winter, summer, spring, or autumn?
Sping. I could have swore it was the. He's one of those plastic guys. What the heck? Yeah, I'm gonna go
Get
Sping.
the mic out
Sping.
of your nose.
Yes.
Incorrect. Tony, to help himself, for the love of God. Winter, summer, spring, or autumn?
You only have 2 guesses left.
Summer.
Taylor to steal.
I
It is
did.
autumn.
That was. I got it. I quit. I'm done.
No, you can't quit.
To Taylor, what kind of dessert does Oswin Oswald make? Is it souffle?
Souffle. Sorry,
It is souffle.
because she makes so many and she can never get it right.
All right. Taylor. 1, yeah?
9-3.
Ha
9-3.
Your score
She
is
tripled
dropping.
your score.
I think we could call that
My
for
brother
what it
in
is.
Christ.
I'm just saying she guessed at a lot of those.
No, I didn't. I only
didn't.
guessed at a couple of them actually.
Fake news.
No, you just.
Tony, your
You're
Hoovian
n-
knowledge
You're
is
not as
subpar.
Hoovian
Fake
as you
news.
claim.
Fake news.
Fake news.
You don't know crap,
Rigged.
bro.
It was all rigged, just like the election. It was all rigged.
I'm remembering the epic
You're
rap
who-
battle of
you're-
history.
Your Hoovian
The,
is dropping, Tony. You are no longer the
Trump
supreme
versus Hillary
Hoovian.
one, and
I even tried to give you a
Trump's
chance to
bet on
redeem
Riggers.
yourself, and
Oh.
you still failed.
That's a load of crap. You guessed.
Not
and
really.
after I guessed, I eliminated I eliminated one possible answer for you every time.
You had
No,
a
you
50-50 and still lost.
I didn't have a 50-50.
Yeah, you
Yes, you
did. You had,
did.
you had a choice between Otten.
Right, so
And
at
Sumer.
least one of those points she shouldn't have gotten because I eliminated 2 of the possible answers, and she also got one wrong.
That
I did.
literally
I got
doesn't change
one
that you
wrong.
lost.
I know it doesn't change
That
that.
wouldn't have changed
Listen,
anything.
let me sit here and be a petty fat man for a little bit, okay? Shut up.
But you do that all the time. I'm trying
You
to
are
get
not the
out of here.
Hoovian in this group.
No, you're not.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm sorry, Tony. You have lost the title.
You are
You have
second-rate
lost-
Hoovian
You
with
have
third-rate
lost-
knowledge.
I even gave you the chance to redeem your Hoovian
You have
title.
lost consecutively twice now. This time she
It's
tripled
all
your
right.
score.
We're gonna do a rematch. I will study this
Again?
time.
We're going to keep doing
we're
this
gonna do
until he wins, and then it's
Third
going to be
time's
the
a charm.
definitive
He's
one.
gonna be so mad. By the time he wins, he's gonna be like, "Yes." but
Like
now
every
I'm not
every
anymore."
3 weeks, we're gonna do a new Hoovian quiz.
Because Hoovian gives. a
I've
crap.
got I have all of the episodes,
One of these times we should do
all
a
of the
Tim Burton
movies,
knowledge one.
and a book.
and you still don't know anything
I don't read books.
I don't know.
because you can't read.
I don't know how much Tim Burton Tony knows.
What's that?
How much Tim Burton knowledge you got?
Very little.
Oh
I've
well.
seen a couple of.
Well,
films.
let's go ahead and put it in perspective. I know less about Tim Burton than I do about Doctor Who, apparently.
And apparently he doesn't know anything about Doctor Who. He quite literally goes, Doctor Who? What's that show?
For somebody who
You're
used
just
to
mad
try
if
to
that
correct me
works.
on my Hoovian knowledge, he is not a very good Hoovian anymore.
Dun, dun, dun.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm not going to repeat it because you're going to hit me.
You're going to have to listen to the podcast to understand what she said.
I will. I'll do it. Don't I
He's
go,
gonna
what's the
stay fueled
timestamp
by
right now?
absolute anger until he gets to the point of the podcast. Or he'll just speed forward.
Yeah.
What's the timestamp on this?
I'm not telling you.
It sucks to suck.
Where are we at, though?
Fun that
We
you're not the
got-
chair guy anymore.
6 minutes left.
That is right. This is an extreme disadvantage to me not pushing the buttons, but I am comfy in this chair.
ready to fall asleep myself just watching you in that chair.
It's so nice.
I think he's melted in my chair. I don't think Tony's going home anytime soon.
His legs don't work anymore.
Honey, I'll see you at work tomorrow. I'm just gonna stay
You're
here.
gonna leave her there all night with the kid. And
He'd
he's out.
probably do it too.
I cannot sleep in chairs like that. It's just
Dude, I could sleep literally anywhere. Oh no. Oh no.
I need to have
Oh.
that thing fully maxed out. Reclined.
Oh. Yep.
Now, lean back.
Tony,
Honey,
if
Yeah,
you're turning
that's
into
the
Chandler
only way
Joey
I could
from
sleep in that
Friends.
chair is if I did that. But even then, like an hour later, I'd wake up and have to go move to an actual bed.
I sleep on my side because
Oh.
that chair lays fairly flat.
My
I
wife,
like
if
to
you're
sleep- I
listening
even
to this
sleep on my
podcast,
stomach.
I
Yeah,
am
see, that's what
not
I do.
If I
coming
can't
home
leave,
tonight.
I don't think I can sleep on my stomach in that chair.
I'm done. I'm not moving. I'll see y'all at work in the morning. Someone else is gonna have to close out the podcast. I'm
That's
done.
fine.
I'm sure if I just hit enough exit on the windows, it will just eventually stop.
You are actually twisting my ankle on the table right now.
Turn him that way.
Like I wasn't
Drag his
joking.
ankle from under the table.
Ow, it hurts. It amazes me how like picky you have to be to get to sleep and to eat and everything. Like for me, I could sleep literally anywhere. I fell asleep on a ladder once.
Bro, same. Have you ever fallen asleep
I have to be
mid-step and
so-
woken up across the room and have not deviated and been like,
Yes.
I actually am going out the door
Dude,
now?
I fell asleep standing up in the shower. I didn't
Bro,
wake
same.
up
I've
until
done
the
that.
water got cold. It
Bro,
was nice.
Literally same.
I've done that. Kenny's like, how is
I
it
have been
possible?
tired enough to sleep in certain places, but it's staying asleep that gets me. Like I'll sleep just about anywhere, but then I'll wake up maybe an hour at the latest, and be like, "All right, what am I doing here?" And I can't. I just can't go back.
When
to
we
sleep.
worked at Mid, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that was the end of the story.
When we worked at Midco, our dispatch actually had to come over and knock on the door because of how often I'd fall asleep
He
in
would.
the toilet.
He would just,
So, do you remember when I worked at that delivery company, Tony?
Yeah.
Nope.
I distinctly remember a night where I was driving from Kennewick to Hermiston, and I was really tired. And I remember I dipped my head for a quick second, and the next thing I knew, I was making my deliveries in Pendleton, and I had made my delivery in Hermiston. But to this day, I do not remember making my delivery in Hermiston. It was just 1 second I was there, next second I'm like, all right,
But-
Pendleton Cottage.
Fatigue is so bad when you're driving.
I unironically,
I hate being
but there was no
tired when
paper
I'm driving a
description,
bus.
No nothing.
It's the worst thing.
Right?
I hate being tired and then like 9 p.m. and I'm like passing Hood River, coming back in. I know I still got several miles and hours left on my trip, and it's
You guys
I've done
ever like
that.
fight yourself when you're driving and you're like going to sleep? And I don't know, not like hitting yourself, but like I remember driving a bus back from Biggs, right? And I was just super tired. I was actually, you know what, I was covering for you. I was your relief driver. And I got on there and I was tired, and we get to go and I start falling asleep, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm the relief driver.
Hold on,
This
was
isn't
it-
supposed to happen."
was it Kenny you relieved or me?
It
Because
was
you
Kenny.
I know you relieved me 1 point in Biggs because I think you relieved me in.
No, it was Kenny because I was
and by relieved we mean that they took over for the trip and then
Yeah.
the person got into a company vehicle and drove away.
yeah.
Okay, so we're clear. That's
because
what relieved means.
I did that coming back from Corvallis.
Right, but we had another person that was able to drive you in the support vehicle while I drove the bus back.
True.
This was just me dispatched to go relieve Kenny of that, and so I'm driving, and I started getting tired, and I was like, this is not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to be the wide awake one, but I wasn't, and so I had to like force myself to stay awake, and I'm fighting myself. I'm actually like growling, I'm going, trying to keep myself awake.
you're widening your eyes.
Which
I
is
have
Like for like
so
that 1
bad.
second, it's
I
like I'm super
seriously-
awake. No,
It's
I'm sorry
it's
again.
so
I
bad
seriously-
because you actually make yourself more tired after you're there. That was a mistake.
I have bit
I
my
used
tongue
to
so
have
hard
to
I've
buy-
drawn blood to stay awake.
Gross.
The things that I had to buy for long periods of time to even make it back, because I had to open the window to the, to the driver window for
Taylor.
the bus. What?
Listen, I'm like not making fun of you, but are you sure you want to do that in those chairs?
You have a lot of faith in that chair.
I know.
Stuff like that.
Like that thing wiggles when I pick it up. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how it's not broken underneath you yet. It is that one.
That one wiggles
this
more
one
because
actually
the leg
pulls
actually
apart.
comes out.
Yeah.
No.
The one I'm sitting in actually pulls apart.
When I used to I'd have the window open. I'd have both my earbuds in, have to play some sort of rock music or hyped up music, and I couldn't even listen to a podcast or a book, nothing. And I had to buy a huge bag of sunflower seeds and a soda. And I have to sit there and eat sunflower seeds to even try to stay awake to try to do something.
My go-to driving snack is jerky.
I like McDonald's French fries.
Kenny?
They get cold after
My
a while.
go-to
Not
snack.
if you eat them
Yeah,
quick.
your go-to driving snack.
Anything
The whole
salty.
point of buying
Anything
like
salty.
that was
Yeah.
so I could
Salt
eat them
helps you
as
retain
I
water
go.
so you don't have to pee so much.
That is genius idea,
What is?
actually.
Salty snacks.
Yeah, I did the dill pickle sunflower seeds.
Huh.
That's what I did. That was my go-to.
Lately, it's been gum, just chewing gum.
I like Altoids.
But yeah, my go-to is jerky. Keeps me awake. Don't know why. Couldn't tell you.
Protein.
Yeah.
Protein. Oh, well, we're going to wind this thing down. Thank you for joining us on our 12th episode of Off the Rails. Please go ahead and comment down below any thoughts and opinions you have about what you've heard here today, or
And how
any
much you
ideas
would
that
want
can-
to see Steven Seagal play Captain America.
Tony will not be joining us in the next podcast, as he'll be 6 feet under. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit that
I can do
notification
this
bell
all
so that you know
day.
that when we're doing our next
you can't.
podcast. I have been your host, Kenny, and to my left is...
Ian. To my left is.
Tony, did you mention the social medias yet?
Who's to your left, Tony?
Taylor. Taylor's to my left.
And
You're
I-
supposed to be doing that. Sorry.
I don't remember all the media platforms. But
That's the most important one. If he'll accept
Also-
our videos.
also follow us on Rumble and TikTok as well. And somewhere we have a Twitter, and somebody at some point should be
Eventually,
getting us on
someone's
Reactivating
going
that.
to
it.
man the Twitter.
All right,
some
I'll
point.
do that
So, and
tomorrow, guys. I
I
promise.
am Taylor, and I actually got to push all the buttons this time. And as always,
It's your,
Your
move,
move,
Internet. Good